Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros, kids. Today, we are doing the March Madness Extravaganza Bracket Buster Special. We've got our two hosts of Under the Rim from Drinkin Bros Sports here with us today. We're on the main feed because this is the most wonderful time of the year, also one of the biggest gambling times of the year, and a ton of people in our audience like to bet on the ponies. I like to bet on the ponies out there. We got a lot of them in this goddamn thing. I don't know who's going to win. We'll find out from our panel of experts today. We're going live off the Drinkin Bros feed. Episode 1000 will be Sunday night. And I can confirm the live Hillary Clinton tattoo did go down. So we're amped about that. But enough about episode 1000. Let's get to the picks. These are brought to you by DraftKings today. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code BROS. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win, and you get $200 in free bets if they do. If they win, you win with promo code BROS this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 years or older. Restrictions apply. Let's go. Gonzaga, number one seed in the entire tournament. All of ESPN has said they're going to win. Do you guys agree? We'll start with you first, Holloway.
Do I think
Gonzaga's going to win it all?
No. As a matter of fact, I think they're going to get beat by UConn in the Sweet 16.
I like that. Why do you think UConn can take down Gonzaga?
4 seniors out of 5 starting positions. They play good defense, very athletic, and they can shoot the ball pretty well. But they're one of those teams you see in this version of NCAA basketball, right? Which is to say, if you have a lot of experience on your team, it doesn't really matter if the other players are, better than you.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, you know what I mean? Like all these one and done universities are having a lot of trouble competing. Like they'll get to the Sweet 16, to the Elite 8, and then fizzle out there.
The one and done bubble burst.
Yeah.
It used to be pretty okay, and now it's fucked.
The first couple of years, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it impacted Kentucky the most with Calipari.
Well, he pivoted.
Yeah, he did.
He's all about transfers now.
Exactly. Because he was the first guy who was just like, dude, we're getting the 5 best players. And you know all their names. They're all in the NBA, and they're all superstars. But they could never win a championship together. I think once. Just
Anthony
once,
Davis.
right? Yeah. It was Anthony Davis?
It was the AD team, yeah.
That was the only team they ever won on. But if you look at the roster of talent that he's had over the years.
I mean, that roster alone, Devin Booker was coming off the bench.
I know. How nuts is that, dude? That's how fucking crazy it was.
Kind of my critique of Cal this entire time is he's an awesome recruiter, gets guys in the NBA. Maybe not the best coach.
Maybe. We'll find out this year.
This UConn team reminds me of the Virginia team that won, right? They have good length, a lot of seniors, and fucking play good defense. And that's been a winning formula a couple of times. Like more than any of the other things that you could predict in a 64-team bracket like this, those elements seem to be correlated with victories.
Hurley's a
more
good
often
coach
than not.
as well.
Yeah.
I just wish, if James Bouknight came back from last year.
Yeah.
I'd love this UConn team, but
I think they
don't have
probably
that
would have
guy,
won. Yeah, exactly. But I'm with you, Dan. As far as this tournament goes, I think it's going to be one of these Virginia-type years where it's a defense, it's some seniors mixed in there, because there's not a lot of great shooting. There is no jump-out superstar that we've seen in college basketball this year. Like, who's going to win Player of the Year? Do we know that?
I think it should be Sheboy from Kentucky. His numbers are just fucking insane. But, there's a couple guys like vying
yeah,
for
because
it.
he's going to give you 15 boards a game. I think he's averaging like 17 points a game, too.
He's averaging like 17 points and either like 15 or 13 boards a game. I don't know how you don't give it to that dude. And he's doing it on a 2-seed top 4 Ken Palm team, like SEC regular season champion, I think. Maybe not. I could be wrong about that. But either way, just fucking insane.
Yeah, I just, me personally, because I'll check into college basketball as soon as college football is over. That's why you guys host the college basketball show for us. But what I've noticed is a lot of missed three-pointers, and it seems like the mid-range jumper is gone from college basketball. The inside play doesn't seem to be as important. Like Cockburn, and it is Cockburn, by the way, for Illinois. A guy like that typically should be scoring like 40 points a game.
Paper Tiger.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He
right?
wishes he was Shibwe. Shibwe's got the same body as him, but is like 10 times better.
Kofi is soft.
Yeah, Kofi's. You can just forget about Kofi. Like Kofi's a baby.
He's like a 7'2" powerhouse from like Jamaica, and
Right.
you would think
He should be
It's all-
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal.
It's
at
all
LSU.
glamour muscles.
Yeah.
It's all glamour muscles.
Who's the Steph Curry in this tournament? Is there one?
Like an outstanding individual shooter and ball handler?
Yes.
Not really.
I mean,
I
there's
don't think
plenty
so.
of guys throughout the country.
Steph Curry wasn't even Steph Curry until the tournament started. I mean, he was anonymous until essentially the.
But who's
so-
who's going to be that guy in this year's tournament?
You know, I like Vermont's got some dudes. They're a really good 3-point shooting team, and they could make a run.
I
Ironically,
wouldn't say Vermont has like a.
They don't have a
Steph
Curry, though. Yeah,
no,
they
have
don't.
5 seniors
yeah, who can shoot?
who can all shoot.
Ironically, Davidson, Steph Curry's alma mater, has they're the 6th best 3-point shooting team in the country.
Yeah. That's how they got in.
Yeah, got a couple of good juniors there. I'd have to look at their 3 points just to see. But what's his name? Foster Lawyer can hit the threes, and so I think can Michael Jones. Yeah, Michael Jones and Foster Lawyer both crush in threes. They're both top 70 3-point shooters in the country. So yeah, those guys could go off, and they're upperclassmen too. But I mean, I don't know. That's like searching. Like, is there going to be a unicorn this tournament?
I don't know. Like you have UCLA back, and they have literally their entire roster from last year. Like Johnny Juzang's going to be
Tiger.
back.
Everybody's back.
Yeah.
But who would like the Drew kids? Remember, like the Valpo guys. Like one of them would score 30 points and just ride a tournament team to like the Final Four, and you were amped about it. I just wonder who that guy is going to be, because in the last 2 weeks, you guys have bitched to me about this, but I've been just hammering the unders on all these tournaments. It seems to be a lot of kids just missing 3-pointers. Brought it up the other day with Gus Johnson, who had said, look, all these kids are trying to be the next Steph Curry, but they're not able to shoot like Steph Curry, and you're seeing a lot of missed 3-pointers, a lot of low-scoring games, and a lot of just a grind-em-out type. I mean, that fucking Creighton game the other day was disgusting, dude. Villanova?
They couldn't make a 3. No.
Neither team.
No.
I mean, it was nuts, dude.
But that's always been like Nova's like game plan, is just like a bunch of guards, we're going to fire up threes.
Yeah.
And it either works or it doesn't. And Jay Wright has 2 national championships because it worked for 2 years.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. How far does Villanova go this year?
Pretty far, I think.
Well, I mean, they were my preseason national championship pick, but I went against that in my bracket. I'm old school too. I print out the bracket.
There it is. Look at
the
that.
highlighter out.
Look at that, dude.
I actually, for my bracket this year, I have them losing in the round 32 to Ohio State.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Vegas has them
Appreciate it.
losing to Tennessee in the Sweet 16.
That makes sense. If you're going chalk, that makes sense for sure. For sure. And if you're out there and you want to play against us, we have a link inside Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook. It is free to sign up. It's the top of the page. Currently, 132 people. Jesus, have already signed up for these brackets. And you can sign up. It's free to join. And the winner gets a signed Bill Walton UCLA jersey, which I really, really fucking want.
Yeah.
And I want to win this
Real
year,
bad.
but you have to go against the grain usually to win. So I've got some picks that are kind of out there. We're going to start and go around the horn with you, D'Anthony. Let's start in that Gonzaga bracket. Who do you got in the opening game? I'm assuming Gonzaga,
Before that,
right?
though, I believe all of us try to go against the grain. So if everyone goes against the grain, is that really going against the grain?
I just peeked over at Bob's. He is not.
Okay.
So
Don't overthink things.
I took a little peeksy over at his computer screen, and I was
Well,
like, oh.
Does he have 4 1 seeds?
No. I mean, it's overthought in other areas.
Oh, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Gonzaga winning the first game.
Against Georgia State. We all have that, correct?
Yeah.
yeah,
I think yes.
no problem.
Yeah. Okay. And then Boise State, Memphis is underneath that. Who do you got in that one, D'Anthony?
I've got Memphis in that, actually, and so does Vegas, although that was a coincidence.
I think a lot of people are going to talk themselves into Memphis this year.
Don't buy it.
I did. I'm with D'Anthony on this one. I picked Memphis as well. I've got Memphis beating. I can't trust Boise State as
gotta
a
trust
basketball
Penny
school.
Hardaway?
You
As a
can't.
basketball school?
You can because Boise State won the Mountain West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mountain West was a good basketball conference this year.
What I wouldn't trust is Memphis, who is in the bottom 10 in turnovers in Division I basketball. Like, they just hand the other team the ball. It is, you can just pull the ball out of their hands. They turn the ball over a shit ton. They're an awful free throw shooting team. They're terribly coached. Penny's not a good coach.
No. He just drops bags.
Don't trust it at all.
Boise State in this game in my bracket and on DraftKings. I think they're plus 135 money line right now. Hammer that.
Yep.
Hammer Boise.
Love Boise there.
All right, so you're all over that one. Dan and I are both going Memphis on that one. Again, I just can't trust Boise State being a basketball school. It is simply a mental thing.
I would say that Boise State winning the Fiesta 10 years ago has like a negligible effect on this basketball game. If I were asked.
Okay. Matthew C. Hapes said, shout out to the boys for creating delicious hard AF seltzer. I had my first last night. It is 100% not overhyped. The hype is real.
Bob is having his fourth of the day. Beside you.
We need to separate into different squads. Like I'm Peach Gang.
Peach Gang, dude. I like Peach Gang.
Yeah.
I like Peach Gang a lot, dude.
I mean, I like Peach too.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to align with Rob.
He doesn't ever.
No.
No, and you won't in this bracket, I can tell you that.
I hope not.
Actually, he showed me his
not.
bracket earlier, and we have an identical segment. The East region we picked like identically.
Really? Yeah. That's really funny. Let's get to the next game here. I mean, I've got so many pools up. I'm that junkie who's in like 8 different pools, and I love it, and I'm not ashamed of it either. So you can say whatever you want, but I'm the guy who's like in 8 to 10 pools, hoping to win all of the things all the time.
So I do multiple pools, but same bracket.
Okay.
I just believe in my one bracket.
Yeah, I can't.
It's boom or bust. And
I'll switch it up.
I stick to it.
I go all chalk on some other ones.
Yeah,
So-
but then it's like fantasy football where you have different leagues and you're like, oh, well, this guy went off, but I'm going against this guy. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want that headache. I just want one pool in like 10 different entries, and it's either I kill it or I lose all my money.
I like
don't
that
care.
approach, actually.
That is, I will say that's your approach. Your approach is valid though, in so much as if you're in like a big money pool or something like that, and you're allowed more than one bracket. Yeah, do your one bracket that you analyze and blah blah blah, and then also just pay an extra $10 and throw a chalk bracket in there,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Just
100%.
because why the fuck not?
Or just a
Exactly.
bullshit bracket.
Yeah.
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 Just go off mascots or something.
Yeah.
Why not? In the west side of the bracket, next up we've got Connecticut against New Mexico State. D'Anthony, I think you're all in on UConn, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Delco, what do you got?
I honestly would love UConn to win the national championship as well because I took preseason flyer on them at like 50 to 1.
I got him at 73 to 1.
73 to 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So would love if UConn won the Natty. Wouldn't mind that. Have UConn obviously winning this game. I actually have 0 12s upsetting 5s this year.
Same.
I think it's all
Yeah.
5s this year. I think the 5s are significantly underrated.
They're like literally underseeded.
Yes, I believe so too. I'm looking at my
It's
bracket
really
right now.
weird.
I don't have a 12 beating a 5 either.
So you're going to look at, if you just look at the numbers next to the names in the bracket, you'll be like, oh, well, that's a 5 or whatever. But like, UConn's a top 20 team in KenPom and a top 20 like team in the AP too, I think, or close to it. Like the seeding this year, that's one of the reasons this bracket's going to look insane. Is because the seeds aren't going to necessarily make sense because the seeds already don't make sense. Also, New Mexico State sucks.
Yeah.
Like, this should not be your 12-5. Let me just give a quick rundown. They turn the ball over a ton. They don't hit threes, and they're awful at shooting free throws. So where the fuck, and they don't turn people over. So where the fuck is this upset going to come from against UConn? It's not.
I don't see it either. I've got UConn in this. Next up, we got Arkansas against Vermont. I'm heavy on Arkansas this year.
Here we go.
I've got Arkansas on this one. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
Yeah, they'll win this game, and then they're going to get fucked up by UConn.
Okay.
Nope. This is where the madness starts.
Vermont.
Give me Vermont.
5 seniors?
5 seniors starting.
Yeah.
Don't turn the ball over. JD Note at Arkansas. Not a fan.
They won 15 in a row this year.
I know, but he is a liability.
Sure.
Has been for the last few years. And I think he's going to try to play some hero ball.
Yep.
It's going to
Okay.
go poorly. Vermont's going to be just steady the entire time, and they're going to pull this out.
All right. Bob, who do you got?
I love Vermont here. They're one of the best shooting teams in the country. Their biggest weakness on defense is 3-point defense, and Arkansas can't fucking hit threes. Again, all seniors. Arkansas is a little bit of a scatterbrained team, and Arkansas pulled some impressive wins this year. It was almost always at home. I just don't. It's not that I don't trust Arkansas, actually. I think they got kind of fucked on this draw.
So would you take money line in this? Because the spread is -5 on DraftKings.
Mm-hmm. I already took money line.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've already bet most of these games as well. I teased this down. You can tease down basketball games by 4 points. So I teased it down to 1. And I've got Arkansas on this just in case. Because I think this is a tough matchup.
It's a last possession game.
Yeah.
Definitely don't think 5 is.
I will say, I think either Vermont pulls this out in a tight game, or Arkansas blows the doors off them with like sheer athleticism.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the first thing I said, hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna place this bet. I'm gonna be sweating it out. Or if Arkansas just blows the doors off them, I don't have to pay attention to the game for the second half. So
Yeah.
it works out.
Okay. And you're going Vermont as well. Next up, Texas Tech against Montana State. People love Texas Tech this year.
And they should.
Yeah. A lot of people have them in their Final Four. Do you guys have them in your Final Four?
I do.
I fucking knew it, dude. D'Anthony, who do you got in this? Texas Tech, Montana State.
Yeah, Texas Tech for sure.
Okay.
You've clearly had Tech,
you've
yes.
got them going to the Final Four. A lot of people do, man. People love this team. Why do so many people love Texas Tech this year?
It's like the same roster they rolled out last year, other than Mac McClung. And obviously Chris Beard's gone, but like nothing's really changed.
My favorite player.
It's the system's still there.
Yeah.
The team's intact.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride with it. Yeah.
All right,
Good.
ride with it. Ride with it. Who do you got?
I was too much of a coward to pick Abilene Christian over Texas last year. They were a 14-3. Not doing that again. Montana State takes down Tech in the first round.
Oh, shit. For real?
Yep, for real.
Fuck off.
100%. I said last year, I was like, dude, the way these teams match up, Abilene Christian can turn them over a ton. I said Abilene Christian would definitely cover. I didn't have the balls to pull the trigger. I'm pulling the trigger this year on Montana State. They are going to beat Texas Tech. Texas Tech is one of the most egregious teams at letting other people to the line. Montana State is the 4th best team in the country at getting to the line. Texas Tech's offense is dog shit. They turn the ball over a shit ton. Montana State is fine at getting getting turnovers, but they're really, really good at forcing non-steal turnovers, like taking charges and all that fun shit.
Yeah.
Montana State wins this game.
Wow. What's the spread in this game?
Do you want some side action on that one?
Yeah. There we go.
If Montana State wins, I'll kill Sean, and if they lose, you kill Sean.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Either way, Sean has to die today. I'm curious. Do you know what the spread is on that game? I didn't even look.
That's gonna be
Ken Pom has it at
big
14.
boy number. Yeah, double digits at least. Right?
Yeah, Ken Pom has it at 14.
14.5 on DraftKings.
Yep.
I can't bet on Ken Pom, so I don't really give a shit. But I can bet the
just
shit
go
out
to DraftKings.
Bet the shit out of it on DraftKings.
No, Ken Pom's not a betting site.
No, I
Ken
know.
Pom's just a predicative
But
site.
still, just go to
Yeah, go to bet it on DraftKings, obviously.
Can you
That's-
guys
but yeah.
calm down?
That, dude. I realize you
Pull it
can't
up,
bet
Rob.
on that.
Fucking Christ.
Fucking Ken Pom homie, dude.
I love Ken Pom.
Ride or die.
Really is.
Yeah, I can't bring myself at a 15-point spread.
No,
what does
fucking way.
that pay off at the money line, for Christ's sake?
It's probably like 285 or something.
More than that. At 15 points, you're probably looking at 5 to 1.
I would guess Montana's at least a 5-1.
Has to be.
a little less.
730.
730. There you
Oh,
go.
shit.
I'm telling
How
you,
confident are you? I might sprinkle on
dude.
that.
I love this. This is a sketchy matchup for Tech. Tech is really, really bad at offense. They can't hit threes. They're an awful free throw shooting team. Those are like if I just told you about this team without telling you the fucking name of them, they are in the bottom third of Division I in 3-point shooting, the bottom half in Division I of free throw percentage, and the bottom half of Division I in turnovers all on offense. Do you have any that's a red flag fucking team.
Yeah.
All right, I'll throw a hundo on it just because you're so confident.
And that's why they're making the Final Four.
I like that there's going to be this much aggression for an opening round 14-3 game because now I'm in to see who amongst you is going to survive.
They're
Because if
gonna
you lose
wreck
Texas
Montana
Tech
State.
on day one, you're out pretty much of the tournament.
Yeah, whatever.
Unless you have
That's not
something
happening,
crazy
so.
winning the championship. Next up is Alabama against the play-in game tonight of Rutgers versus Notre Dame. I'll go ahead and spoil this because I bet this game already. I bet Rutgers tonight to beat Notre Dame. and therefore I also picked Rutgers to beat Alabama in this game.
Well, you get both, so it doesn't matter.
Correct. Yeah. So, but either team I think is going to beat Alabama.
Okay.
Where are you at with this one, D'Anthony?
No. Alabama, I think, will win. I think they're going to lose to Texas Tech in the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, Bama is live and die by the 3.
Yep.
So
And that has not been
mostly
great.
die.
Yeah, I was going to say
Mostly
it's not
die.
been great.
I mean, didn't they run Gonzaga out of the building in
They
Seattle?
did, yeah.
It's high risk,
bombed
high
them.
reward,
Yeah.
though.
It is,
Bombed
yeah.
them early. So I have a good friend who's a big Alabama fan in like across sports, not just football. And she's always talking to me about how like it's literally just like, who knows? Depends on the fucking day. But when we're on, we're unfucking stoppable. Like
Yeah.
when the shots are falling, they're unfucking stoppable. I like Bama because you picked Rutgers.
I did.
I think Rutgers will probably beat Notre Dame, but Rutgers, again, they racked up most of their shit at home. They were a fun, scrappy Big Ten team. I don't think they're going to hang with
Yeah, I
Bama,
think
though.
Notre Dame beats Rutgers because I think too many people are high on Rutgers for what they were in New Jersey.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I think Bama blows the doors off Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we got Michigan State against Davidson. D'Anthony, who do you got?
Davidson.
Really? Okay.
Same.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
Yeah, you got
Same.
Davidson
I
too.
have Davidson as well.
they're pretty good at shooting the
Yes.
basketball, which is one of the big keys to winning basketball games.
Yes.
Well, it's
I also
just,
just don't buy Michigan State this year at all.
really.
They have no dudes.
I think they need to get Izzo out of there and start over, man. I mean, he's great coach, produced a lot of great
He's a
fucking
legend.
teams, a lot of great NBA
legend.
players as well.
Yeah.
But it's probably time for him to pack it out.
Yeah. And
So-
for those of you who are saying, well, you can't bet against Izzo in March. He's going to get one game. He didn't last year.
Yeah.
He fucking lost in the play-in game last year.
Which is why I have him winning this year. It's not going to happen back-to-back years.
Well, they lost to UCLA.
I've got Michigan State rolling in this game. I don't bet against Izzo in March. I just don't. And I'm not going to do it.
January,
Davidson
February.
I'm
is-
going to do it now. Yeah, I would. Any other month. It seems like he'll just get these teams to the tournament. Once they're in, they'll make a fucking decent run just because he's a great coach. And that'll lead us to another great coach who's, another Hall of Famer here. Coach K.
Well, let's pump the brakes on that.
Coach K? He's the fucking all-time in wins.
Well, Dan just hates him.
I know you hate him, but throw your hatred aside. He's the greatest. Well, I guess Wooden would probably be the greatest,
I would
right?
go with Wooden, yeah.
It's the
Put a
second
little
best.
respect on history.
Yeah, I will. And we did with the jersey. The signed jersey is Bill Walton, who played for John Wooden during the 70s and all those years. This is Duke against Cal State Fullerton. Any chance that Cal State pulls off the upset, D'Anthony?
No.
Yeah, I agree. You? Delco?
Coach K's farewell tour? No.
No, not a prayer.
He's not losing first round to Cal State Fullerton.
No.
No,
Bob?
no, it's not going to happen. I wouldn't even bother betting like, oh, maybe Cal State's not really the type of team where it's like, oh, they might, they could at least cover, blah, blah, blah. They're going to get wrecked.
They're going to get wrecked. And in real life, it's like a high school gym they play in up there. I've been to it a few times, and it's
I would
it's a
love to see
joke.
them lose, though.
I
That
know
would
you
be-
would.
It'd be hilarious.
The world would. Look, Duke is like the Yankees. Everybody roots against them, no matter what, unless you went to school there. Bob, how's that 8% treating you? There it is.
Going down hot.
There it is. All right, so that'll bring us into these Sweet 16 games here, or the round of 32, I should say, as far as the West side is concerned.
Okay, so we're just staying
Staying in the West.
Staying in the region, we're going region by region. We'll stick to the West here. Gonzaga's next game. Do you have Gonzaga winning and moving forward?
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't beaten Boise yet.
I have them beating Memphis.
I have them beating Memphis as well. Bob.
Yeah, Zags beats Boise. Not a problem.
Okay, so you've got them beating Boise. Next up is the UConn. We've all got UConn in this. I've got UConn against Arkansas. You guys have them against Vermont. Who moves on in that bracket?
Got UConn. Yeah,
UConn?
UConn.
I have Vermont.
Wow.
Vermont taken down.
Vermont to the Sweet 16.
Vermont to the Sweet 16. I like that they're all seniors and everything like that. And I don't know, UConn's got a couple soft spots. They're not a good 2-point shooting team, and I want to say, I don't know. I just like Vermont. I like Vermont here. They're really good on defense. And
As
blah,
a
blah,
white
blah.
person talking about Vermont, is this like being a black person in the mid-'90s talking about the OJ trial?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
you can't
I'm
admit-
just rooting for Vermont.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
just want them to do something,
Of course. We all do.
Other than produce Bernie fucking Sanders.
Well, I like fish, so I have a soft spot for the Vermont Catamounts.
Oh yeah, Sirius XM, dude. You can listen to Fish all day long if you want to.
Yeah,
I got their own channel.
Who actually went to Vermont?
Trey Anastasio. Actually, Ben Affleck.
Ben and Jerry's?
Ben Affleck went to Vermont.
Ryan Russillo,
Did he?
I think, went to Vermont.
Okay. I have Arkansas in this, and I've got Arkansas beating Connecticut and facing Gonzaga in the next round in the Sweet 16. Next up is the Texas Tech game. You have Montana State, obviously, against Rutgers, or Notre Dame in this one, or Alabama. Who do you got in this one, D'Anthony?
I've got Texas Tech beating Alabama here.
Okay.
I do as well.
You do as well?
Bama over Montana State. The dream ends in the second round.
Ooh, okay. I've got Rutgers beating Texas Tech in this one and moving on to the Sweet 16. It's a wild-ass team, that Rutgers team. I watch a lot of Big Ten, obviously because of Ohio State, just being a fan.
They got a dude, Ron Harper Jr.
They do. And that guy, I saw him in back-to-back nights make game-winning shots, and it's a weird team that plays, like, they're not afraid to dive on the ground. It's very hood, that team, and it's fun to watch because you're just like, Jesus Christ. I saw a guy from Indiana punch one of those dudes in one of the games. It was rad. I'm all in on Rutgers. Let's fucking go, dude. That'll bring us down to the Michigan State Davidson and Duke bracket down there. Who do you got in that one, D'Anthony?
I've got Duke beating Davidson there.
I also have Duke beating Davidson.
I have Davidson beating Duke.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. Duke is soft. This is not that good of a Duke
I mean,
team.
how much better is UNC than Davidson? Because UNC went in and fucking rained on their parade in a game that they really wanted to win.
I think UNC is much better than Davidson.
Yeah, that's all fine. I like fucking Davidson taking down Duke. I like it. Number
It's getting
7
spicy up here in the first bracket, dude.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Number 11 offense in the country.
He's taking swings.
Yeah, I like it.
I think this might be my wildest. We just kind of started with my wildest one.
But watch it end up be like super chalky in the Final Four.
I'd be so pissed.
It's definitely not. Yeah, I like Davidson over Duke here 100%.
All right.
One of the things I like about it, by the way, is so Davidson has an offense that can hang with Duke, right? And Duke is pretty young. Davidson, medium, right? So Davidson's got guys like Davidson guards are both juniors, junior, senior, like they're all upperclassmen. Duke is.
You're looking at this X's and O's. You're not factoring in. This is Coach K's final year.
I understand all that.
He's going to get all the
magic.
calls.
He's going to get all the calls.
That's fine. Duke has also lost to a couple teams that play slow like Davidson does.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing that you got to keep in mind too, that people don't factor in enough. This is an in-state rivalry. It's an in-state rivalry that only one side of it cares about.
It's true.
David and Goliath.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's true.
I like Davidson. I think Coach K goes out unceremoniously. I mean, look at this. This Duke team already didn't show up for him in his final game at Cameron Indoor.
I watched it.
It wasn't like North Carolina was extra fucking motivated.
It's Carolina, though. You can't judge anything off a Carolina-Duke game. You know that. Anything can happen.
Throw the
I
record
can judge it when it's a
out.
double-digit loss. It'd be one thing if it was a final possession game. They got their fucking dicks kicked in.
Well,
When
I
you
mean,
think you're going to go in there and win and roll it over, and you're already celebrating. Sometimes you can get sucker punched.
yeah, the Duke players, they got essentially iced by their own coach, who had a pregame ceremony
Yeah.
to honor himself.
Yeah, which was nice. You should, dude. I like that type of shit.
I'm going to start doing that like every Monday before we get started for work. I'm going to have a fucking parade.
You should, dude, and make everybody celebrate
Like
your life.
a full military parade like Kim Jong-un.
Yeah. Really put some shit out on display. I've got Michigan State beating Duke here. And moving on to the Sweet 16, I'm the only one I think who's taken Michigan State. But I agree with you as far as Duke. I don't think they're that great this year.
Oh, no.
And I think one of these teams is going to take them down. I have it as Michigan State in this one. Therefore, out of the West bracket for myself, I've got Gonzaga against Arkansas. And then I've got Rutgers against Michigan State. D'Anthony, who do you have in that Gonzaga matchup there in the Sweet 16?
I've got Gonzaga and UConn, and I have UConn winning that game.
Okay. What about you, Delco?
I have Gonzaga beating UConn.
All right. Here's where shit starts to turn because you're getting more points here. Sweet 16 on these brackets, you're getting 4 points here. So these are some big boy matchups. What about you, Bob?
Zags over Vermont. The dream ends.
Dream ends, and Gonzaga moves on for you.
Yeah.
I have Arkansas beating Gonzaga in moving on in this. I'm really high on Arkansas this year.
It's not great when they lose to Vermont first round.
Look, if it happens, I'll be fucked. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Without spoiling it for the rest of the thing. And then later on down the bracket here, we've got the Sweet 16 down below. Some of you guys have Duke in this. Some of you have Texas Tech. I personally have Michigan State in this. Who do you have in this game moving on, D'Anthony, in that San Francisco round?
I've got Texas Tech beating Duke here.
Texas Tech beating Duke. Moving on to the Elite Eight. Who do you got, Delco?
I also have Texas Tech beating Duke.
Really? Shit. Okay. What about you, Bum?
Davidson over Bama.
Fuck you.
Davidson in the Elite Eight?
Davidson in the Elite Eight over Bama. This bracket sucks. You don't understand. Most of these teams are not. They're overrated. Texas Tech is over fucking great. I've been impressed watching them all fucking year. Zags. I mean, this like Duke is fucking soft. Michigan State is a mess. Bama loves shooting threes, and they rank like 300th in 3-point percentage this year. This whole fucking bracket is a mess. Arkansas is really fucking inconsistent. Vermont's all seniors. Like, dude, if there's one bracket that can get blown up, it is the West region. The West region has the biggest opportunity to be a fucking nightmare for your bracket.
I hope so. I hope it's not chalk. I definitely could see Gonzaga against Duke, though. And I wouldn't be surprised about it. So for me personally, I have Michigan State moving on. In my Elite Eight on the western side of the bracket, I have Arkansas against Michigan State. D'Anthony, who do you have?
Let's see. Where
in the Elite Eight in the West?
I've got
West bracket.
I've got UConn beating Texas Tech here.
Okay, so you have them in the Final Four then.
I have UConn winning.
Okay, but as far as the Western bracket goes, they move on from this bracket into the Final Four. Who do you have moving out of this bracket into the Final Four, Delco?
I have Texas Tech beating Gonzaga in the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four.
Okay, Bob?
Don't fucking overthink it. Gonzaga beats Davidson, goes to the Final Four.
Dude, you fucking coward.
I feel like you've already overthought it.
Take one chance, Rob.
I have Arkansas in my Final Four going on, so we've got quite a bit of disparity here.
Of all the other thing that's well, it's not really just this bracket, but again, maybe this bracket out of all of them because it's so bananas. 1 through 5 could easily make the Final Four, except for Duke. Duke has no chance.
I'll never say never because he's going to get all the calls.
Yeah.
He's going to get all the calls.
Duke sucks.
I get it, but he's going to get all the calls.
Here's the other thing I don't like about that, by the way, especially if you guys, some of you have Gonzaga on that side. It's played on the West Coast, so Duke's traveling from the east to west, and Gonzaga's just chilling in San Francisco.
Where did Duke beat Gonzaga?
On the West Coast.
Where was that?
No, it was on the West Coast.
It was on the West Coast?
Yep, it was on the West Coast. You're fine. You're fine on that. You no need to look it up, Bob. Lost on the West Coast. We'll move down to the eastern side of the brackets here in a sec. We've got some sponsors who pay for the show to be on the air. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 40% off the bundle packages. Right now, when you put the adjustable base together with a mattress, it is fantastic to watch all of the tournament in your ghost bed. Pop that bitch up in a TV mode and just enjoy yourself. If you're single, take some drugs. Watch endless basketball from the comfort of your own mattress. Those goddamn things are the best. So are the pillows. The pillows right now are the March Madness special. If you buy a mattress, you get 2 free pillows for free. Also, if you want 30% off everything in the entire store, sheets, blankets, the weighted blanket's amazing. Everybody tells me I have not yet to have that yet because I got kids running all over the goddamn thing. I don't trust them around it. You can go there, pile up the cart, you get 30% off everything. And as always, they've got a 60-month pay-as-you-go program, no interest there. That'll drop it down to like $20, $25 a month there at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Go get a mattress. It's time. It's time to live your own life right now. Next up, DraftKings. DraftKings is our big boy sponsor. NCAA tournament is here. We're doing it. We're doing the brackets live on TV. Everybody's gambling on this, okay? Which is why we are doing this now in the middle of the week. A lot of money on the line. at DraftKings, dude. Promo code BROS. There, like I said at the top of the show. What you want to do here is bet $5. So 5 will get you $250 back. I think the easiest game that we can all agree on is probably Gonzaga, right?
Yes.
So all you have to do, go to DraftKings, sign up, bet Gonzaga for $5, and then you get $250 to gamble with. That way you can fucking party all tournament long there at DraftKings. Best in the biz, dude. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Enter the promo code BROS there for $5. That's all you have to do. Bet $5 on there, and you win $250. Gamble that on whatever else you want. Now, if DraftKings isn't available in your states, it's still free to sign up, do the brackets, and their winner this year is getting $250,000. $250,000 at DraftKings Sportsbook app. That's it. That's all you have to do is just sign up and pick the brackets then. It's that easy. I've got a lot of money on it, though, so sorry, not sorry about it. But my five did go on Gonzaga. That was the easiest pick in that, and that's the promo code BROS. When you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and you pop in that promo code, just bet on Gonzaga. You'll win $250, and then you can gamble on the rest of the tournament action. Must be 21 years and up, and then certain restrictions apply. Last but not least, Anthony, we got Babbel. You like Babbel. You guys are using Babbel over there on American Party, aren't you?
Yeah. We're learning Russian for the invasion.
It's one of their languages, right?
Yeah.
Babbel, the language learning app, makes it easy. Learn simple phrases. They got 14 different languages on there at Babbel. Babbel, the language learning app, is top rated, and they don't use AI and all that other bullshit. Like, dude, they come together as one over at Babbel, okay? And they teach you simple words and phrases that you would actually use when you're speaking with other people or in those countries. Babbel's a language learning app that has sold more than 10 million subscriptions. They're addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language, whether or not you're traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or just have some free time. Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. No, but you guys really are doing languages over there. I'm trying to brush up on Spanish. I haven't downloaded, okay? I used to be fluent. I'm not anymore. I'm a fucking loser. That's why I'm using Babbel. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Other language apps, like I said, use this AI bullshit that's like, how do I word this properly? They're using complex sentences that typically most people wouldn't use in those countries, and you're going to get a lot of weird looks if you talk to somebody who speaks that language.
Idioms don't translate from one language to another.
Exactly.
There's too much institutional information you have to have about that place for any of that shit to make sense.
Yeah. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. With Babbel, you can choose over 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Their speech recognition technology helps you improve pronunciation and accents. So many ways to learn at Babbel. In addition to languages that you can learn, you can also learn those languages on podcasts, video games, stories, even live classes. So they're using them in ways that it's like, all right, cool. This is fun. This is easy. I know Tom Segura's got an all-Spanish podcast, too. So that's what they're going to show you on there at Babbel. Plus, it comes with a 20-day back money guarantee. So if you don't like it after 20 days, great. Congratulations. They'll refund you. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months free. That is 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to Babbel.com. Use the promo code Drinkin Bros. That is BABBEL.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros. And that's 6 months for the price of 3. Babbel, language for life. Last but not least, hardafseltzer.com. Get rocked during the holidays. Because let's face it, March Madness is a fucking holiday. I feel like we as a nation should have 3 weeks off.
It's a double holiday tomorrow.
Yeah, goddamn right it is. St. Patrick's Day and the start of the March Madness tourney. Let's go. Let's go, fam.
It's going to be a real mess. I'm going to vomit on my baby.
Yeah, hardafseltzer.com. Ships to 42 different states. Get it now. We're getting rocked off of it today. Moving on to the east side of the bracket, leading off with Baylor. Versus
Baylor.
Yeah, no one's going against Baylor.
Just Baylor.
Just Baylor.
I've got Baylor as well against Norfolk State. Next up, we got North Carolina against Marquette in an 8-9 matchup. This is a great matchup. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
I've got North Carolina here.
Yeah, give me the Tar Heels.
Yeah, they're a little bit underseeded, to be quite honest. Marquette's not that good. Don't like sort of like accidentally chalk yourself and move North Carolina very far, I think. But like, and be like, well, it's still name brand. But yeah, that Marquette stinks this year.
I'm with you. North Carolina has been playing extremely well down the stretch, and they look good. I've got them going pretty far, actually. Next up, we got St. Mary's against Indiana. Indiana won last night. That was some of the easiest money I've ever made in my life. Took the under, took Indiana in that one. Bulls on parade. Now they play St. Mary's. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
This is my 5-12. I think this.
Really?
think this is the only one.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. They're playing well.
Yeah. They have been. Who do you got, Delco?
Well, I only have 5s, so
You only
St.
got
Mary's.
5s. You got St. Mary's.
I think they're underseeded at 12 as well, but whatever.
And they were a play-in game. I mean, they had to do a play-in,
Yeah.
Indiana.
So UCLA was a playing game last year.
Yeah. And I think that almost helps because you're starting off hot. You already won a tournament game.
Yeah, I mean,
St. Mary's can
honestly,
be beat.
Indiana beat Michigan. So I don't understand how Michigan wasn't the playing game.
I don't either.
I don't
Strange.
know how they didn't flop. And honestly, I would have rather been, if I was Michigan, I would have rather been in that playing game than what they currently have.
I 100% agree. 100% agree. Who do you got in this one, Bum?
I like St. Mary's. I think St. Mary's is a way more solid team. Also, Indiana just has some kind of red flags for me. Really bad free throw shooting team, and they turn the ball over a lot.
Yeah, I've also got St. Mary's. I watched them play Gonzaga the other night in the championship game, and they held it relatively close against the number 1 team in the country. It wasn't that bad. So I'm going to take St. Mary's in this one. Indiana's real hit and miss. I've seen a bunch of their games this year in the Big Ten. They're either on or they're not. St. Mary's is pretty consistent, so I'm going to go with St. Mary's. Next up, we got UCLA against Akron. D'Anthony, who do you got?
UCLA.
Delco.
Mick.
Yeah?
Yeah, Mick Cronin.
Okay.
Yeah, UCLA.
Whole fucking
It's his
team's
day.
back.
Yeah, it is his day.
Whole fucking team's back. UCLA. Don't overthink this one.
I agree. I'm with you. I got UCLA in this one. I'm not going to overthink it. Next up, we got Purdue against Yale. D'Anthony, who do you got?
This game shouldn't even exist. Purdue for sure, but it's irritating that I even have to answer that question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
Purdue
you do.
by 30,
Whew. What's the spread on this? Probably 14, 15?
maybe 22.
Yeah, maybe. You got Purdue against Yale? Who do you got in this one?
Oh, Purdue.
Yeah.
Easy. I think the spread is like 14. Yeah, it's
huge.
they're going to win by 20, I think. Yale's going to get fucking murdered.
No way for you to look that up, huh?
Yeah, because you're on KenPom. Go to DraftKings.
I got
Jesus
just too much
Christ.
stuff. I'm trying to drink hard AF seltzer here.
Next up, we got Texas against Virginia. Virginia Tech. I also, by the way, have Purdue in that game. Texas against Virginia Tech. D'Anthony, who do you got?
I've got Virginia Tech.
Okay.
I do as well. Texas stinks.
Yep.
Virginia Tech's hot. They're going to keep rolling.
Yeah. My preseason national championship pick, Texas, goes out in the first round. Again, this is like a wildly underseeded Virginia Tech team.
Yeah.
Like weirdly underseeded. They're ranked 22nd in KenPom, and they're a fucking 11 seed.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. They have a top 20 offense. They bomb threes. I love their coach, Mike Young. He was at Wofford for a long time. Like, he's a good-ass coach. And they're upperclassmen, too. Like, point guard's a senior. Their guards are juniors and seniors. It's all juniors and seniors that start for this team.
And think about that seeding 11 in a bracket means you're somewhere between 41 and 44 in the country. That's what that means basically, right? That's fucking stupid. That's not even close.
No, they're a top 25 team.
Yeah.
They just had a really, really bad start to the year. So what the number next, and that's something to keep in mind sometimes, what the number next to their name reflects is the games they played in November as well as the games they played in March.
Yeah.
But they're not the same team they were in November or December. Virginia Tech fucking...
Yeah, from what I remember, Virginia Tech started out hot, went into like a bit of a skid, and then they kind of recovered after that.
They had a real bad kind of early middle of the season.
Yeah.
For that reason, I'm taking Texas here. I'm the only one on the panel. I'm going to take Texas over Virginia Tech. I think Virginia Tech got hot in the ACC tourney, but it's It's a lot of games, man. When you win that many games in a row, you almost need a break.
Rest first for us.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
It's
Texas got plenty of rest.
Plenty of rest, and they knew they were going to the tourney already.
If you're an athlete for any team, either college or professional in Texas, the last thing you want to be is alone with your own thoughts. So.
It's worth noting, too, by the way, that Chris Beard, I think when they lost in the Big 12 tournament, was like, these guys think they got all the answers, but they don't. Like, he was showing contempt for his players.
Yeah.
And he built a lot of this roster. It's very transfer heavy.
Yeah.
And I liked that preseason because I was like, man, he's got all these, like, upperclassmen guards and shit, but it has not worked out.
I watched them play against Baylor here, and it was relatively close. Therefore, that's the only time I saw him. I saw him in real life, so I'm going Texas on this one. Next up, we got Murray State against San Francisco down here at the bottom of the bracket. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
I don't care.
Well, you had to pick someone, obviously.
I mean, I guess I'll take Murray State.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, those two teams may as well not even exist.
A lot of people are high in Murray State this year. Who do you got?
If you're going to San Francisco. Yes.
You going San Francisco?
Going USF.
Okay. What about you, Bob?
San Francisco, I like them a lot. They're really interesting. They have a lot of foreign players. They're kind of going that St. Mary's
Do
route.
we need to sanction them?
Any Russians? Yeah. Any Russians on there?
Let's see. I don't know. Not
by
really.
The oligarchy or
It could be an oligarch.
I'm going to start sanctioning people in my everyday life.
You should.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like the grocery store.
Pour out that vodka.
I'm not going to pay for the food I take from the grocery store.
You know, they have a no chase policy.
Yeah, it's true.
So
yeah.
you can just walk out with a cart full of groceries. They can't stop you.
No, why not? Why not? So you're going San Francisco too, Bob?
I am going San Francisco. This game's relatively even.
I think it's a fun game.
It is going to be a fun game. I don't know.
Super high over in this game, which is rare for this tournament. Because, again, over the last 2 weeks, a lot of unders have been hitting here. I've got Murray State in this one, and I've got them going against Kentucky. Kentucky's playing St. Peter's in the next game.
Don't know where that is.
I've never even heard of that school.
I think they made it up. Aunt Becky made it up, and her kid's going to fucking school there.
Rowing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I think we've all got Kentucky
Yeah, I
across
wouldn't
the
worry
board
about
on that
that.
one. Yeah. So you're good to go back to the top of the brackets. I have Baylor against North Carolina in this game, and I have North Carolina beating Baylor.
Okay.
D'Anthony, who do you got?
I've got Baylor beating North Carolina.
Okay.
I do as well.
Same. I think North Carolina's been too inconsistent. They're a little sketchy to me. They're talented. They got dudes,
They can
but
dump in points, but
Baylor lost
Not
their
great
best
on
player
defense.
though. He's out for the year. So I don't know. I've seen a ton of North Carolina games.
they do still seed, by the way, based on what your team is at present. It's
Yeah.
not at fully res. So, like, if someone like gets injured, like if Chet Holmgren got shot in the knee, Gonzaga might not be a 1 seed.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've got Notre Dame beating Baylor in this one. Next up in the mid bracket here, St. Mary's against UCLA is what I have in this matchup. Who do you have in that one, D'Anthony?
I had Indiana and UCLA, and I've got UCLA winning that game.
Okay. I too have UCLA winning that game. Delco, who do you got?
UCLA.
Bob?
Yeah, UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA. Next up is Purdue. I have them playing Texas. You guys have them playing Virginia Tech. Who wins that game?
I have Virginia Tech winning that game.
Okay.
I also have Virginia Tech beating Purdue.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Bob?
Samesies. Virginia Tech takes down Purdue. Purdue has a really fucking bad defense. Like, they don't turn people over. They let you. They're not great at.
You can get the shot you want.
Yep.
They have
most of the time against them.
They have two good bigs, but they can't play at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you get against a college team, if you can get the shot you want most of the time, and you're on a hot streak like Virginia Tech is, that's not a good combination, honestly.
Okay. I have Purdue advancing in this one.
This is where
moving
I'll tell you where I think the difference lies, because they're actually a lot more even than their seeds make them look. Like, a lot fucking more even than their seeds make them look. Purdue, not a good free throw shooting team.
Which is strange because they're white. you know?
But Purdue, well, no. I mean, their best player is Jaden Ivey, who
That's true, yeah.
is considered in
yeah.
the Player of the Year conversation.
Yeah.
But
I feel like Purdue and Iowa always have like one black guy on their team just to say they have a black guy on their team, but that's about it for those guys. But he is great. I still have Purdue advancing in this one. At the bottom of the brackets, I've got Murray State against Kentucky. D'Anthony, who do you have down there?
Same. I've got Kentucky winning that game.
Okay.
Yeah, Kentucky wins again.
Kentucky wins that game. I have it against San Francisco. I will say, if Murray State advances and not San Francisco, you might want to look out for Murray State covering. That's an in-state rivalry game.
Yeah, yes, it is. I also have Kentucky in that, so we're all in agreement in that one. That'll bring us to the Sweet 16 in this brackets. I have North Carolina against UCLA in this, and I've got North Carolina moving on to the Elite Eight. D'Anthony, who do you have moving on out of that bracket? I believe Baylor's was yours.
Yeah, I've got Baylor and UCLA in this game, and I have UCLA winning the game.
Oh shit! So you got UCLA in the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Baylor, having lost a big part of their team, this is the point where it's going to start to fuck them up.
Yeah, I agree. Because if it's not North Carolina, then I think it's UCLA as well, knocking out Baylor. What about you, Delco?
Asian girls everywhere, UCLA.
Yeah, goddamn right. Goddamn right. Bob?
Yeah, UCLA. Baylor's going to win the first two games because they're better coached and more cohesive, even without missing a player against North Carolina and obviously Norfolk State. But UCLA
they play that next man up style, but it can only take you so fucking far.
Right, exactly. UCLA is bringing back their full Final Four team, and also Baylor, bad free throw shooting team. So it won't matter against North Carolina. It certainly won't matter against Norfolk State, but it will matter against UCLA. Like at some point, you can't lose 2-3 extra points a game, and that's where it's going to bite them in the ass.
Okay. And then down at the bottom of the bracket, I've got Purdue against Kentucky. And in that one, I've got Kentucky moving on to play North Carolina.
I've got Virginia Tech and Kentucky, and I've got Kentucky winning that game.
Okay.
I also have Kentucky beating Virginia Tech.
The dream ends for Blacksburg. Kentucky takes down Vatek.
Okay. And to close out that bracket, I've got North Carolina against Kentucky, and I have North Carolina advancing to the Final Four. Wow. D'Anthony, who do you got?
I have UCLA and Kentucky, and I have UCLA going to the Final Four.
Okay. I have Kentucky beating UCLA. Kentucky gets to the Final Four.
That's going to be, that might, up until that point, that might be the best game of the entire fucking
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like that's going to be a great game.
It would be great.
I really hope that game happens.
For sure. What about you, Bob?
Kentucky over UCLA. So Kentucky, and we'll get into this a little more once we do our Final Four previews. Kentucky has only lost games this year to teams that run with them. Mm-hmm. They don't lose games to teams that play a little more plotting, which is UCLA under Mick Cronin. You don't think about.
Yeah, but no, UCLA's kind of opened it up this year. They can run.
Their pace is still pretty slow.
But when they want to.
Okay, that's fine,
run.
but Kentucky just does.
I mean, watch the Villanova game.
Well, we're both picking Kentucky, so I don't know what you're.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what are you bitching about?
Defending Mick, man.
All right, I love Mick. It's just look. This year he made the Final Four. Last year he's going to make the Elite Eight this year. That's a great first 2 years.
It's not
in UCLA.
the same Cincinnati teams. He was
so 3 out of 4 you guys have Kentucky in the Final Four.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Love that. I mean, they have Sheboy, the Player of the Year. Sheboy is a fucking animal. Everything you think Kofi Cockburn is.
Cockburn.
Sheboy is. Sheboy's a fucking monster. Sheboy is Shaq-esque.
Okay.
And we'll get into more on that later.
Yeah, for sure.
On that side of the Final Four, Tech versus Kentucky.
Correct. Next up, we'll go to the South bracket here. Arizona is a 1 seed here. God damn, they're a good-looking team, man.
Yeah, everyone has Arizona here.
Arizona against Wright/Bryant's.
Who cares?
Same. Everybody's all in on Arizona, one would imagine.
Yeah. Wasn't that game last night? The Wright-Bryant
No,
game?
it's tonight, actually. It's tonight.
It's real snooze.
Both of those play-in games are tonight, aren't they?
Yeah. Yep. Tonight. The only one I bet, though, was Rutgers. That's the only one I bet tonight. Next up, we got Seton Hall against TCU. That's a fun matchup there. I've got Seton Hall beating TCU in that one. D'Anthony, who do you got?
Yeah, I took Seton Hall in this.
Yep. Seton Hall's getting hot.
Seton Hall's getting hot, and also TCU, I don't know what they're like. They're not that good. I don't know how TCU's in and A&M's not. A&M seems better to me than TCU.
I agree.
TCU had 2 nice wins at home late in the season against Kansas and Tech, which I remember because I lost money on both of those games. But they're not that good. Go with Seton Hall.
Yeah. Next up, we got Houston against UAB. Whew, that's a fun game, dude.
I got Houston and take the over.
Okay. What do you got, Delco?
I don't like Houston, but I am going to take them here.
Yeah.
UAB's not beating Houston now.
Okay.
Dan is a noted Houston hater.
Yeah.
Easiest path to the Final Four last year.
And they blew it.
Didn't play a single team.
Big Houston hater.
No, they didn't play a single team on their way to the Final Four that was a single-digit seed. It was all double-digit seeds. They're a fraud, but they will beat UAB.
Yeah, Houston.
Okay. I've got Houston as well. Next up, Cockburn, Illinois against UTC, Chattanooga. The Mocs, dude. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. Brad Underwood is a shitty coach, but they're not going to lose this game.
I could see it happening, though.
You know,
in a weird way. I watched that Chattanooga finale. Homeboy hit that shot, that three at the buzzer.
Yeah, I get that, but Chattanooga had to win that game to get. I mean, like Chattanooga wasn't even like on the radar of the tournament. I think they kind of had like they were like the third seed or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Chattanooga sucks. So I'll take Illinois.
I've got Illinois as well. Moving down, Tennessee against Longwood. I don't know what Longwood is. I don't know if that's a team.
It sounds like a
California?
fucking TV show on A&E or something.
It does, yeah.
It does.
Longwood.
I only know Longwood because it's where a sorority was founded of a girl I dated for a while in
Where is
college, Kappa Delta.
No, where is it?
KD.
Oh, Longwood is in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, KD was
Proud of
founded
you.
there, and so they had an annual party called Longwood. The same way Kappa and Pi Phi have an annual party called Monmouth because that's where they were founded.
Good
blah,
for them.
blah, blah, blah. That's the only reason I've heard of that fucking school.
Sure.
Either way, they're not going to beat Tennessee.
They sure aren't.
No. A lot of people have Tennessee in the finals, actually. I think we're all in agreement to Tennessee across the board here. Next up, we got Colorado State against Michigan. I have Michigan beating Colorado State. D'Anthony, who do you got?
Colorado State.
That is a very popular pick right now. Who do you got, Delco?
Well, Colorado State's a dog in this game.
Yeah?
That's
Michigan's
insane.
favored.
I know.
There was a point when I first started the bracket that I had Michigan in the Final Four. I just talked myself into it.
Wow.
But did recalculate it, and I have them losing the first round to Colorado State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colorado State rolls. Michigan has a fucking awful defense. They let people get to the line. They don't turn people over.
They foul a lot.
They foul a lot. And also, Juwan Howard, they don't win with Juwan Howard.
Well, he may not be there. He may be suspended by then.
Yeah, he might have slapped some kid on the bus, dude.
The
on
best
way
thing
over.
that can happen to Michigan is Juwan Howard slaps somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
On camera,
Phil Martelli takes
and Phil
over.
Martelli takes over.
If you're an Ohio State fan, you got to be really happy about Juwan Howard being there and fucking Harbaugh being in the football team.
Love
right?
it. I love both equally.
So what's funny is Michigan's doing this on a much higher level, obviously, but Mizzou did this like 5 years ago where they hired alums, like beloved alums for basketball and football, and they fell flat on their fucking face both times. It just doesn't work. It doesn't matter if they went to your school. It's not some magic fucking recipe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, Michigan, a lot of people are going to look at this game and be like, Michigan's the 11th seed? Fucking jet free, man. Who the fuck is Colorado State?
I will say, though, if
No.
UCF wants to hire me as their basketball coach, like, nothing changes.
No,
Obviously,
you understand the
nothing
DNA of the school, Dan.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
It'd be great
exactly.
to bring you in.
You're a part of it, dude. You live it.
Do they have a golf team?
You know
now?
where
wait for this.
You know where
We
people
have a
do
golf team.
cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be the best at golf, are they not?
No, we're not. No.
Okay. All right.
It's usually always like UAB's weirdly good at golf. Alabama's good. Texas.
Alabama is good.
Yeah.
My buddy played there.
Yep. Next up, we got. I've got Michigan, by the way. I've got Michigan beating Colorado State. Next up, we got the Ohio State University against Sister Jean and Loyola Chicago. D'Anthony, who do you got?
I don't like Catholics,
Sure.
including both of these two cunts.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I got Ohio State in this.
Okay.
Yeah, Loyola has the power of God on its side, but Sister Jean is a crisis actor. I've been saying it for years. Need to see the real birth certificate. So I got Ohio State here.
Bob, who do you got?
Got Loyola. I got Loyola, and one of the big reasons is Ohio State is so bad late in the game.
Yep.
They are. You warned me of this weeks ago.
I
that
did.
They were.
I did. I told you, man. They'll be up by 15 in the first half. I'd take Ohio State in the first half for sure. But the end of the game, they always choke it away, and I don't really know why. They have the talent on this team. It's strange. I can't figure this team out this year.
You need one guy that'll fucking that's a wing that is ball dominant or a point guard who will grab the ball, dribble for 5 seconds, and be like, "Hey, everybody, calm the fuck down. Let's run a play." Even if you don't need to run that play, you run that play to get everybody back into the groove of shit. And Ohio State doesn't have that guy.
Well, they've got E.J. Liddell.
Why
And
isn't he doing it then?
So here's the thing. He is, but they will oddly go 0 for 6 in the last possessions of the game. They lost 4 of their last 5 heading into the tournament. I'm giving everybody the heads up here. I'm taking them because obviously I went to Ohio State and I don't believe in Sister Jean all that much. But this is a pick'em game, which is super fucking rare, gambling-wise.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are going to kind of go with Loyola based on past success in the tournament.
Oh, I agree.
Porter Moser is not there anymore.
I agree, yeah. But I've got Ohio State, and it's for selfish reasons. We are going to San Antonio for the Sweet 16 games, and we will be there. Therefore, I hope they were playing there, or I'd be super pissed off. Next up, we got Villanova.
One more thing about Ohio State that I want to say real quick. So they've gotten a little lucky this year. So one of the things that Ken Pom rates on your defensive side is free throw percentage, and that includes free throw percentage allowed. That's not the amount of free throws taken. That's what people shot against you on free throws.
Right.
Ohio State teams have shot really badly in the free throw department against Ohio State.
Yeah,
that's luck.
It's like having a really high batting average on balls in play, but you strike out a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what happened in that Duke game, by the way. So Ohio State beat Duke this year, but it was simply because Duke couldn't make free throws in the last 2 minutes of the ball game.
Well, maybe they've got some kind of gypsy magic going on.
There's a skill to that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is with Christ,
they've got that cancer kid. He's
with
in the
Christ
locker room.
in the building.
With Christ, anything is possible. We know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But is he really?
But yeah, is he playing for this team? Because if not, I got Ohio State winning. Next up, we got Villanova against Delaware. Whew, didn't know they had a basketball team there. I think it's safe to say all of us are going Villanova here.
Can I ride him with the Blue Hens?
Delaware was the first state in the union, so it's hard to go against them.
All right, so you're taking Delaware?
No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't that hard.
It wasn't that hard, I guess.
No.
Yeah.
Did
Bob?
Biden go to Delaware?
Yeah, I'll take Nova.
Yeah. Did he?
Who? Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He went to UDEL. Yeah.
Did he really?
It's UDEL.
So he took the train.
And for that
Took
reason,
the
I'm going
Amtrak.
Villanova.
Same. Next up, top of the bracket here, Arizona against Seton Hall. I believe it's all the way around the board on this one.
Yep.
Who do you got there, D'Anthony?
Arizona.
Okay.
Wildcats.
Yep. Bob?
Yeah, Zona.
Yeah, I got Zona as well.
Easy.
Yeah, we all got Arizona. Moving on to the Sweet 16. Who will they be playing? Houston against Illinois.
Yeah, I've got Illinois winning this game, but this is going to be a good game too.
I agree. I think this is going to be a great game.
Yes, but Illinois wins the game.
Yeah, I think Illinois wins the game as well. Bob, who do you got?
Oh, I got Houston. Brad Underwood is a terrible coach. Houston is a much better team.
If they can knock Illinois off their rhythm, they win the game. Like right out of the gate, if they can knock them off their rhythm, they'll win.
Yeah.
And they probably
Big
will.
if.
Houston, one of the things that they're fucking best at is blocks. They're a top 15 team in the country in blocks. Kofi, we know, is soft, so one of Illinois' biggest advantages.
It's going to come down to whether or not, like, good Carbello comes out or just really terrible Carbello comes out.
Yeah.
And if Houston can turn some of those turnovers into easy points.
Because there's no in between. Like, he is Jekyll and Hyde. Or Jekyll and Hyde? What is it?
Jekyll.
Jekyll.
It's Jekyll.
Okay.
And that's fine.
I love Houston here. I do not bet on Brad Underwood. Brad Underwood is fucking terrible.
Okay. I'm taking Illinois in this one, and it'll be Illinois against Arizona. Moving on down the brackets, we've got Tennessee against Michigan and or Colorado State. D'Anthony, who do you got down there?
I've got Tennessee winning this game against Colorado State.
Yep. Vols all day.
Tennessee's really good.
Yeah, I've got Tennessee beating Michigan in this game to go to the Sweet 16, and that'll leave us with Ohio State against Villanova. This one, look, I'll homer it up because that's what I do, and we're going, and I want to see them there, so I already picked Ohio State.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Hey, that'll be the
Probably
second time
not.
in 2 years that Ohio State's involved in a game with a 2 seed that they that the 2 seed loses.
You think Ohio State's going to win?
No, I don't. But it's just,
Oh, okay, great.
I've got Villanova, but I hope Ohio State wins so I could watch them lose.
because we're going.
Yeah.
Because we're going, and you got, who do you have in this
We are
one,
going, so I'm going to emotionally hedge because I grew up a giant Villanova fan, so I'm going to take Ohio State here.
Okay.
And
Because you want to see that.
I want to see Villanova in San Antonio, but, if we have to watch Ohio State, I might as well win, right?
Sure.
So
Fair enough.
Okay. Fair enough on that one.
Nova rolls Loyola.
It's a rough fucking. Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we got Arizona against Illinois and or Houston. I have Arizona moving on. D'Anthony, who do you have?
Yeah, I've got Arizona winning that game.
Okay. Delco?
Tucson.
Tucson. Yeah.
I like that team.
Houston takes down Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Arizona is a fucking mirage. Don't.
My God, dude.
Do
This
not.
is fucking chaos.
Do not trust Arizona. 2 of the 3 games that they actually lost this year were to teams with top 15 defenses. Guess who has a top 15 defense? Fucking Houston. They take away.
They ain't playing nobody, pal.
They take away the athletic advantage that Arizona enjoys over most of their opponents. I don't like. Arizona turns the ball over just enough for me to be uncomfortable, and they don't really play. Like, I know their defense says top 20, but one of the reasons their defense is ranked so high is, again, this free throw percentage. I don't trust Arizona. I don't trust Tommy Lloyd, who this is his first head coaching job.
Yeah, but you could argue, was he responsible for Gonzaga last year?
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was responsible for 9/11.
JFK, yeah. Or the Challenger.
Yeah.
Maybe.
exploding.
I also like, so here's another reason I like it too. So Arizona is really, really, really fucking young, and Arizona's coach is in his first job.
Yeah, but not that young, because
yes, they are.
They're all back from last year.
They're extremely young.
all
Starting
sophomores.
point guard, freshman. Starting shooting guard, freshman. Starting forward.
They have a
forward.
bunch of dudes from last year's team that would have made the tournament if they didn't sanction themselves.
So they've never played in the tournament either?
Well, they were sanctioned, yes.
Yeah,
So they didn't play in the
They
tournament.
didn't play in the tournament. Yeah.
So,
there it
okay,
is.
so that's the answer to that question.
Are they
Great.
Russians?
What? I love. So here's the thing: Arizona plays really fast, right? Arizona is, I think, number 8 in tempo in the country. Houston, slow, methodical, and really long and athletic. They're going to disrupt the fuck out of Arizona. I love Houston here. And here's the other big fucking thing: this is going to be a quasi home game for Houston. It's in San Antonio. Houston fans are all going to travel. This is going to be a very pro Houston crowd.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not picking against Arizona. I'm sorry, Bob.
That's fine.
I got
I'm
Arizona beating Illinois in this one. I don't even have Houston making it out against Illinois. And I've got Arizona moving on to the Elite Eight. Downstairs here in this, I have Tennessee against Ohio State. I know a lot of you have Villanova. What do you got in this game? D'Anthony.
I've got Villanova beating Tennessee.
Okay.
And I have Tennessee over Ohio State.
Okay.
I got Nova over Tennessee. Tennessee beat Nova earlier this season on a neutral court, so I kind of think part of it's like, can they do it twice, whatever. But, dude, I don't know. Tennessee's not a good free throw shooting team. They're not really that good on their 2-point percentage either. They play great defense, but
They're a lot deeper than Villanova.
they are a lot deeper than Villanova. I don't necessarily. I mean,
Villanova's
depth
got
is a big
5
deal.
guys
Yeah.
who can play with anybody.
I understand
but
that.
Once they get tired or somebody fouls out, it's kind of game over.
Yeah.
Speaking of fouls, the other problem I have with that is Tennessee, obviously they don't shoot free throws well. They let other teams to the line a pretty good amount. Villanova, best free throw shooting team in the country.
Yeah.
I like Villanova here. I do think it's a toss-up. It's going to be a close game, but I tend to lean towards Villanova, and I kind of like so Tennessee is really athletic and they play pretty fast and everything like that, but Villanova isn't. They're not going to get swamped by that. They're not going to get overwhelmed by that. I like Villanova.
No, but I don't think Colin Gillespie is going to be able to back up.
But here's what I think all of you
Tennessee
don't
is.
understand, okay? Because I have Ohio State against Tennessee. I will be there in person. My magic in person at an Ohio State game is pretty intense.
That's also a reason I took Ohio State over Villanova is because I want to see you crushed in person when Tennessee
Sure.
destroys Ohio State by 40.
Sure. No, and I understand that.
Yeah, I hope you're up 15.5 and lose by 15.
Wait, what is your Ohio State in Magic or in-person Magic?
In-person magic, they barely lose when I'm there.
Yeah.
If I'm in the building, shit, man, my record is probably 30-3. I mean, it's nuts, dude. It's nuts. The
all
games
you
that
too,
the
yeah.
games that were it is all me. The 2 losses though I can't really fault because they were super famous. So the Baker Mayfield planting the flag. Mm-hmm. I was there for that game.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow beating.
Well, that wasn't Tebow, that was Leak.
No. Tebow in that game he had the jump pass.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody remembers the goddamn jump pass, obviously. And
Right. Weren't you
Ted
there for
Kim
Ohio State losing
breaking
to
his leg.
Florida in basketball?
I was, but I got arrested in that one. I was proud of that. I got
Okay.
arrested with my father, and it was great.
Okay.
We knocked out 15 Florida fans at least before we got arrested. It was great.
Which is impressive.
Yeah, so
You should have gotten
I
in.
personally won that game.
Right. And that's a fair.
The other ones did because they kicked out the entire 2 rows. So even though Florida won, all those Florida fans never got to see it in person. They have to live with that the rest of their lives. And I knocked that guy out in front of his wife. So it was great. Plus, my dad just kept swinging. It was awesome. I've got at least one Ohio State win in this one, and I've got them playing Arizona up there. Who do you got in this Arizona matchup here? Because we've all got different picks.
I've got Arizona, Villanova, and I have Villanova winning.
Yeah, so you have Villanova going to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Okay. Delco.
I have Tennessee beating Arizona. Tennessee to the Final Four.
Okay.
Houston over Nova. Houston Final Four for a second year in a row.
Bob, dude, I feel like you've had too much 8% hard AF Celsius. This is fucking crazy. Pan over to Delco here. I don't think I've ever seen you this fucking frustrated.
I told him this morning, he was like, Rob, what's your bracket? And I was like, just save it for your air because it's going to piss you off.
My God, dude, that's a bracket on acid right there. I love it. For me, this is where the homerness ends. I love Ohio State's, but they're not a championship caliber team here. I think Arizona moves on and goes to the Final Four in this bracket and beats Ohio State. Down to the Midwest Regional. Kansas against Texas Southern. Anybody betting against Kansas here?
No.
Probably no. Next up, we got San Diego State against Creighton. Creighton looked fucking awful, dude. And I went with San Diego State in this one.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Diego State. Creighton sucks.
Bad matchup.
Bad matchup.
It is also a really bad match for them.
Yeah. Next up, we got Iowa against Richmond. This is a fun game, man. I took Iowa in this game. D'Anthony, who do you got?
Yeah, as much as I hate to admit it exists, I took Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to play some good basketball, so Iowa.
Yeah, Richmond, so it's really weird. Like, there's a couple 12 seeds that are, like, underseeded as fuck, and then there's Richmond, who should probably be a 14 seed.
Richmond shouldn't be in the tournament,
Yeah,
really.
Richmond. Oh, they had to win their conference tournament.
Yeah.
So Richmond is in the A10 with Davidson, and Davidson got in as an at-large.
Yep.
Like, Richmond sucks. They had to win their conference to get in, and not in like a only one team's going to get in anyway situation. Like, they just fucking suck. If you do pick a 12-5, don't make it that one.
Yeah. I'm with you on this. I've got Iowa rolling. Sorry, Spiders fans. Next up, we got Providence against South Dakota State. The Jackrabbits in this game. A lot of people are high on the Jackrabbits, dude. I've seen a lot of chirping about the Jackrabbits.
Yeah, because a lot of people are low on Providence.
Low. Very low on Providence.
I'm low on Providence too, but not this low.
Okay.
I'm good with them winning this game.
All right. Delco.
Providence is one of the luckiest teams in the country. They win every game by like 2 or 3 points.
Yep.
I love South Dakota State here.
Same. I'm going with South Dakota State. Here's a big reason why. Providence, one of the main components of their offense is free throws. They're in the top 20, basically, of in terms of point distribution. Free throws is a huge part of that goes back to their luck in a lot of ways. South Dakota State is a top 10 team in the country at not letting people get to the line, right? This team's already fucking lucky. And by the way, it should be noted, South Dakota State, top 15 offense. They are number 1 in the country in 3-point percentage,
Yes.
number 9 in the country in 2-point percentage. Between that and the fact that they take away Providence's biggest offensive weapon, this is going to be a
Could be.
yeah.
So hammer the fucking money line on this too. On
By the way, so I'll complete the foursome here. I get South Dakota State as well.
Well, I took Providence.
Oh, you did. You
Yeah.
took Providence. Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 out of 4 here. And, look, what's the fucking spread on this goddamn game, dude? Because you can win a lot of money off this.
It's only about 2 points, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's not as big as it.
So everybody else
people would
is as
think.
high on this as we are.
Now it should be noted, this is probably a good over.
Yes. Great 3-point shooting team, the Jackrabbits, dude.
They also play a faster pace than most people in basketball, but that's going to depend on if, the better team allows them to do that too.
Yeah,
So
this
we'll
is
see.
a spread of 2, and this is the highest over in the tournament at 149.5 in these opening round games. So that's 75-75 essentially. That'll get you the dub in that one.
So the other team, a team that's kind of similar in at least pace that Providence played earlier this year was Marquette, and they lost by like 30.
Yep.
But Providence has also only lost 5 games.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
they've beaten teams that play fast too. They beat Vermont, for example.
They lost to Villanova twice.
Yeah.
Somehow still won the Big East, despite.
I'm just not high on Providence. We'll move on down the bracket here. Colgate against Wisconsin here. Battle of the Honkies. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scanson.
Not going with the two.
Scanson.
I got Wisconsin as well.
Sometimes people like Colgate because I think they're like a big 3-point shooting team.
Great theater school.
I remember Colgate made the tournament last year and played like 4 teams, but they played them over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. They played the same 4 teams. So it's easy to fall in love with Colgate because they're the second best 3-point shooting team in the country. And they usually are. Like, that's their whole fucking game. Mm-hmm. They're all like white kids that jack threes. But
Wisconsin's defense is too much. I've got Wisconsin in this game as well. Next up, we got LSU against Iowa State. D'Anthony, who do you got?
I got LSU here.
Okay. Delco.
Got Iowa State. Will Wade's gone.
Yes, their coach is gone. It's a weird situation.
Although it might be better for LSU that Will Wade's gone.
I think it's probably better. Kind of what I'm betting on.
Because he's a great recruiter, terrible coach.
Yeah.
Bob, who do you got here?
I don't understand how Iowa State, like, people are going to be like, fuck, dude, that feels like a value situation with Iowa State. They're not fucking good. Like, I don't understand what they're supposed to be good at.
Ken Palm gave them no respect. I remember they started the season like 14-0, and Ken Palm didn't. They were still like 70th or 75th in the country.
Yeah, they turn the ball over a ton. They're in like the bottom 300 in turnover percentage and free throw percentage. Like they're in the bottom 100, I should say. Like, they're awful at, but like, they're terrible on offense. I don't fuck it. LSU has dudes, and now they don't have a shitty coach on the bench.
Yeah.
I'll take
you know, there's some like assistant coach that's been trying to coach that team for however long now, and he's like, fucking finally. Go stand where they're fucking supposed to stand.
Right.
Instead of whatever this asshole is telling you to do. Like, his rotations and stuff didn't make any sense, the way that guy coached the team.
I've got Iowa State beating LSU simply because look, you lose your coach. It's a little bit in disarray here. I didn't think LSU was that great all year round. I think they got as high as 15 in the country, and then they got rocked.
Ranked, yeah,
they got rocked by Bama and Auburn. Maybe because the 2 games that I saw, they got destroyed. So I'm going with Iowa State in this one. Next up, we got USC against Miami. The U. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
I'm taking Miami in this game only because everyone on ESPN won't shut the fuck up about the Pac-12 is back. The Pac-12 is back.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple of good teams over there that have a good shot. Yeah, but the Pac-12 as an entity is not back in any sport and never will be. Fuck you. I refuse to believe it.
Arizona's pretty goddamn good.
Arizona is good.
Yeah. UCLA is good.
USC was good. USC was top 10 in the country at one point.
What do you got then? USC against Miami?
I believe in Andy Enfield in March. You'll remember those Florida golf teams?
Sure.
The Dunk City.
Yeah.
One team.
But then, he's had success at USC in the tournament.
Okay.
USC.
Bob, who do you got?
I got USC. This game's like kind of a coin flip, but I'll tell you, I like USC better. The ACC sucked this year. The ACC was dog shit.
I'm with you. I took USC as well. At the bottom of the brackets, Auburn against Jacksonville State.
Yeah, we'll go with Auburn.
Auburn here.
Is Deion going to show up to coach the basketball team? If not, then I'm not interested.
If he throws his toes out on the floor, then I'm all in. But otherwise, they're losing this game. Yep. I think we've all got Auburn here as a safe bet. Back up to the top of this bracket here. Kansas against either San Diego State or Creighton. Who you got?
Kansas. Against San Diego State. Kansas wins.
Kansas, Bob?
No.
Oh, my God.
And now this is going to piss Dan off as well. I told you, this bracket was going to piss Regester off so fucking much.
Here comes the hate.
Yeah.
You know, whenever Rob writes the state of Kansas or just KU, he lowercases the K.
Kansas is neither a proper name nor a proper place.
Okay.
San Diego State beats Kansas, and I'll tell you, I picked this for 2 reasons. One, I said last year on the show, I was like, dude, I think fucking Loyola Chicago in the exact same fucking region, too, by the way. I was like, I think Loyola could beat Illinois, but I don't know if I have the balls to pick it, and I didn't. And Loyola beat Illinois. Kansas is a similarly flawed 1 seed, and San Diego State, all of KU's losses have been against really good defensive teams who play really plodding, slow ball. That is exactly what San Diego State does. Kansas is out in the second round. They're not that good. No one seed is that good this year, really, except Gonzaga. San Diego State takes down KU.
My God.
I love the matchup.
Bob, I love your picks, dude. You're really going for it this year. And God bless you,
I
sir.
just see what I see, you know? I see what I see.
I get it. I've got Kansas moving on in this one as well. Next up, we've got Iowa against South Dakota State and or Providence. I have Iowa moving on in this. D'Anthony, who do you got?
Yeah, I've got Iowa beating Providence here.
Okay.
Iowa beats the Jackrabbits. Iowa moves on.
Yeah, sad to see the Jackrabbits go, though. I'd like to see them go. You got the dream ending as well?
Yeah, Iowa takes them down pretty easy. Iowa's a fucking train right now.
Yeah, I've got Iowa as well. Next up, Wisconsin against LSU and or Iowa State. I've got Wisconsin beating Iowa State. D'Anthony, who do you got?
Yeah, I got Wisconsin beating LSU.
Okay.
I have Iowa State beating Wisconsin.
You're fucking high, dude.
My God.
Are you fucking kidding? They're not. They're awful. What are you just like, yeah, that's a Big 12 team? Like,
It's my Cyclones.
Oh, my
I've been on them all
God.
year.
All right. You're not getting off that
You've been
train.
on them
I
all year. They're
respect it.
19 and 12. What are you?
On them all
who
year.
are you pointing at, being like, I told you? They didn't even win 20 games.
Oh, I enjoy this. Yeah, Giorgio. Appreciate you, Giorgio. Who do you got in this game, Bob?
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They're going to beat LSU because, look, LSU, it's a talented team. Like, they've got dudes, but they've been, even with or without, even when they had Will Wade, they're kind of like a chicken without a head, like a very jacked, strong chicken, but without a head.
Sure.
Yeah, Wisconsin's going to handle them. It's a rudderless team.
Okay. Yeah, obviously I have Wisconsin moving on. Next up, we got USC against Auburn and or Miami, obviously. D'Anthony, who do you got in this one?
Auburn will win regardless of which other team they're playing.
I agree.
I got USC beating Auburn.
Really?
Okay. All right.
I like it.
See, that, unlike Iowa State, is a pick I can be like, okay, I understand a world in which that happens.
All right, you can get behind that.
Yeah, the Iowa State shit's fucking insane, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have Auburn beating USC. I mean, so it's pretty close. They're playing. It's going to be a home game for Auburn. It's on the other side of the country from USC. This game's played in the South.
Yeah.
Auburn's going to show out, especially for the first. I mean, and Auburn. I will say this: as far as basketball goes, LSU or the SEC is pretty shitty at being a fan of it. But Auburn has actually started to show out because Bruce Pearl does that. And anyway, so Auburn's going to have a good contender.
Auburn's football team is so shitty.
Yeah,
They're now a basketball school.
They are.
so-
They are. I think Auburn. It's going to be a home game. They're going to beat USC, who has been fine. I could see it happening. They got dudes. I like their coach, but I think Auburn wins.
Okay, and I've got Auburn advancing as well. On to the Elite Eight here. That'll bring us to Kansas against Iowa, if you have that. I have Kansas beating Iowa in that matchup. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
I have Iowa upsetting Kansas right here.
Okay.
I can see it happening, man. Iowa looked really goddamn good down the stretch. I can 100% see this happening.
I have Kansas over Iowa.
Yeah, I got Kansas over Iowa, same. What about you, Bob?
Iowa over San Diego State. Iowa wins. Iowa's on a roll. San Diego State gets a nice win against Kansas, but they're not getting past the Sweet 16. Sweet 16's a great year for them.
Okay. Next up is Wisconsin against Auburn. I think all of us on the panel have that, correct?
No, I have Iowa State, USC.
Oh, God damn it, dude. You don't even have either of these teams. Who do you got?
I got to say, by the way, Iowa State USC sounds way more insane than me saying that Gonzaga squares off against Davidson. I swear to God, that's crazy.
That's not more insane. What are you talking about? You're saying Davidson makes it to the fucking Elite Eight?
Elite Eight?
Yeah.
You're wearing
That's
a tinfoil hat. You're wearing your underwear on the outside of your pants, and you're trying to figure out who's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Both of you guys, dude, are living in a fucking dream world here. Who do you got in this game?
This is another one that I think is going to be a fucking really good game, but I think Auburn will pull this out against Wisconsin. But I think that's going to be a really fucking good game.
I did too. Who do you got?
Got USC over Iowa State.
Going on to the Elite Eight. Okay.
USC to the Elite Eight.
Sure. Bob.
I like Auburn over Wisconsin. So one thing that was sketchy about Wisconsin, and Dan, you'll probably appreciate this as a baseball fan, and we talk about luck all the time. Wisconsin was like 15-2 this year in games.
Like under 3 points or something?
Under 5, I think, or something like that.
Wow.
That's unsustainable.
I mean,
That's
you've got to find the other markers to back that up. Now, if they're an exceptional free throw shooting team, then that's why probably, right?
Right.
But in the absence of that, it just means they got fortunate fucking calls down the stretch, or the other team missed good shots or whatever.
I look at it the other way. I think they've got a great defense that forces you to play these fucking gross games where it's always going to be close. That's the way I feel about Wisconsin.
I like Auburn over Wisconsin just for what it's worth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've got Wisconsin beating Auburn to move on to the Elite Eight. In my brackets in Chicago down there, I've got Kansas against Wisconsin. D'Anthony, who do you have?
I've got Iowa against Auburn, and I've got Auburn moving on
to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got Auburn in your Final Four. Delco, who do you got?
I have Kansas beating USC. Kansas to the Final Four.
Okay, Kansas to the Final Four, and Bob's got them losing in the first or the second round.
Yep.
Bob, who do you have in this game?
Iowa over Auburn. Let me justify that real quick. I pulled up Wisconsin for a sec. I like the way Iowa's playing. Second best offense in the country, all that fun shit. Auburn just basically when I look at the Ken Pom thing, when I get down this far and all the teams are really good for the most part, I'm just like, who's got more red? Who's got more red? Who's got more green? There's not a lot of red for Iowa. There's a lot of fucking red for Auburn. Auburn, they don't shoot the three well. They get turned over all the time, and Iowa's pretty good at turning you over, at least via steals. Iowa takes care of the ball, too. They're the third best team at not turning the ball over. Good free throw shooting team, all that stuff. And they're hotter than Auburn, even though Auburn's doing well as well. I think it ends here for Auburn. Iowa's also ignore the number next to their name on the bracket. They're a 5 seed. Throw that out the fucking window. Ken Pom has a top 15 team.
Yep.
So Auburn too, for that matter.
Sure.
This game's a lot closer than it looks based on the seed.
Okay, and I have Kansas against Wisconsin in this, and I have Wisconsin beating Kansas to go to the Final Four, simply because of that disgusting style, dude. It forces teams to play those 58 to 56 games. It's gross. But I going back to the top of the show, this feels like a Virginia year to me, where one of these gross teams is going to win it all. Let's hear your Final Four, starting with D'Anthony.
My Final Four is UConn, UCLA, Villanova, and Auburn.
Okay, repeat that one more time.
UConn, UCLA, Villanova, Auburn.
Okay, and who do you have in that first matchup going to the championship game?
UConn. I've got them all the way.
Okay, you got UConn winning it all out of that bracket. What about you, Delco?
You got Texas Tech versus Kentucky. Got Kentucky beating Texas Tech. Then I have Tennessee, Kansas. I have Tennessee beating Kansas, and then I have Kentucky, Tennessee, in all SEC final
for the second championship of the year.
Just give that let that sit in.
Mm-hmm. The
SEC's taking over. 4 SEC teams making the Final Four.
No, Tech, Kentucky, Kansas, Tennessee.
Right, and then you got an all SEC championship.
All SEC championship.
Gross. There you go. Thank you, Giorgio. God damn it, dude.
SEC's taking over.
No.
It's not even going to be college sports anymore. It's going to be semi-pro football and basketball.
Uh-huh.
And that's going to be the best of the best from moving forward.
Fine with that.
Okay. Who do you got, Bob?
I have Gonzaga over Kentucky on that side of the bracket. Kentucky, the only teams that have beaten Gonzaga, I got to look this up real quick. The only teams that have beaten Gonzaga have been teams that ran with them for the most part.
Duke?
Yes, Duke, teams that play fast or whatever. Kentucky, though, they don't quite do that. They're not slow, but it's just, I don't know. Here's the other thing with that. Shibwe, I think Shibwe will be the best player on the floor, but I don't know that Shibwe can handle both Timmy and Holmgren. I think you literally need both those dudes to handle them. I like Gonzaga.
You take care of Timmy and you let Holmgren shit his pants.
I like Gonzaga over Kentucky. Gonzaga also has senior guards who literally played in the final last year. If you just had to tell me that you have a Naismith player, like a Naismith finalist, a lottery pick, and 2 senior guards who played in the Final Four the year before, I can't overthink that. I like Gonzaga over Kentucky in the Final Four. And this is another year where Coach Cal nabs a Final Four but doesn't win it all.
Okay.
And then on the other side, I got Houston and Iowa.
Oh, boy.
Houston over Iowa.
Oh,
Houston
boy.
to the final. and then Gonzaga beats Houston by 20.
By the way, I've got Villanova beating Auburn on that side, and then UConn beating Villanova.
Yeah.
All Big East final for you.
All Big East final for you. Okay.
That seems a lot more reasonable than an all SEC final.
I agree.
I
basketball.
don't know about that. SEC basketball is great this year.
No,
Kentucky,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Kentucky over Tennessee. Kentucky is your national champion. Cal gets his second ring.
Second ring. Did he have one before?
That one didn't get vacated.
That's right.
The Anthony Davis one stayed. He
Okay.
he lost a couple other Final Fours, but not
All right.
that one.
Well, he didn't win. He's only won one at Kentucky.
Yeah, and that didn't get vacated. He's lost Final Fours.
I like how
He
out of
lost at Memphis.
all these picks that Bob has made, which have been in fucking outer space all day. Okay, he still has Gonzaga as chalk winning it all, which everybody else has.
Don't overthink it.
All right. Now me, I've got some weird final teams here.
Yeah, you do.
A
team that's going to lose in the first round in your Final
I've got
Four.
Arkansas against North Carolina, and I've got Arizona against Wisconsin.
You're taking swings, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I have Wisconsin playing Arkansas in the championship, and I have Wisconsin winning it all.
The championship of what?
I have Wisconsin as your national champion winner. I think this is exactly like we said at the top of the show that D'Anthony said. It's a Virginia-ish type year. This is the most Virginia-ish type team in
They
this
have a
tournament.
guy, too.
They
Johnny
have a
Davis.
guy. They got a guy.
Can do it.
That's all they need. And I got Wisconsin winning the national championship this year. And Big Ten. So weird stat about the Big Ten because everybody's
natty
correct.
2000.
2000. However, they've been in 8 national championship games.
And they lose.
Yeah. And I think they're due. And I got Wisconsin. To me, I know you like the SEC this year. Big Ten is fucking brutal this year.
Every year it is.
They've got 9 teams in the tournament.
Top 2 conference every year, but it's just like they beat up on each other.
Yes. So for that reason, I think this year they break through, and I got Wisconsin winning it all.
I think they do the same thing that the SEC does in football, where it's like, well, that Big Ten team beat that Big Ten, right? So it's like Mississippi State beats like a...
There's no transitive property in sports.
Right.
In any sport.
But I think that's why they put Michigan in, because I'm not sure Michigan should have gotten in over Texas A&M.
They should they should have been in, but they should have swapped with Indiana.
Yeah,
Indiana probably shouldn't have had to play in.
Exactly. And Indiana is a play-in game, and it's like, all right, that's a lot.
Well, Wisconsin's 70-1, so
Yeah.
Lay that.
Lay it. It feels like one of those years to me, because everybody's jacking up threes. It's going to be hit and miss in a lot of these fucking games. I'm betting a lot of unders this year.
it'll probably be Gonzaga.
You're just going to be clapping every time Brad Davison takes a charge.
Yeah, dude. It's just, that's it. It feels like a dirty year. It feels like a dirty, disgusting year. So that's where I'm going. Go to DraftKings, sportsbook app. Promo code BROS. Bet $5 to win $250 off of any game. Go with Gonzaga. Just make it easy on yourself. You want $250, and then you can blow down the rest of the tournament on our picks or yours, your choice. And then go to Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook. Our bracket challenge is at the top of the page. It is free to enter. The winner wins a signed Bill Walton UCLA championship jersey. It's going to be a fun year, kids, and you're going to get to play against all of us. All of our brackets are in. We've already made our picks, obviously, and they are on this show.
Yeah, so no shenanigans. You have our picks.
That's it. No shenanigans. Don't do it.
If we win, we win.
Don't do it. And we got enough DMs this year because gambling is picked up across the nation. Everybody's like, hey, dude, can you make this a massive pick-em-all show, which we did. So good luck this year. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app today and bet on these games. If they're not in your state yet, you can still pick a bracket and win $250,000. Good luck to everybody out there. For D'Anthony Holloway, Delco, Dan, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This was our March Madness preview show. Good night, everyone.